Good morning, y'all. This is the 50 Plus Diva coming at you with a quick video. I'm trying to do something while the kids are still asleep. But I went out last week. I've tried to make this video 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to try to be quick with it. I found these scallop little boxes. They were 47 cents. Everybody's getting them. That's all that I found. And that was at the first store I went to. The other ones that they had, the truffle ones I wanted, they were 97 cents. I'm not going to pay that much for it. I need to go as cheap as I can here in North Carolina because people don't pay as much for baskets here. They don't want to buy your big stuff. The people I ran into don't want to buy your big stuff. So I got to go as cheap as I can with these baskets. And I found these red ones. And I have 3 of these at a different store. And they were 27 cents. The other ones, they didn't even have the scallop ones, but they had the truffle ones, some truffle ones, and they were 97 cents there. So that's all that I got. And that's enough for me right now because I do have a lot of baskets that I do need to start using. And the other thing that I want to talk to y'all about is these I got yesterday. I got these men colognes, the mini colognes. I'm going to break these down and put them in some baskets. I have a lot of men Bath and Body Works that I need to use because I didn't do Father's Day. And I've had that stuff since, actually I bought it before I moved to North Carolina. And I had a lot of women's that I used some of it in my Mother's Day baskets. But I don't know. I don't know if I got some somewhere else. I think I might be missing some. My granddaughter been coming down here getting it. So I don't have any women's stuff. So anyway, I got 2 of those. These are 50% off at Rainbow. Where my husband, one of the places my husband needed to go yesterday was right next to Rainbow. So let me go in Rainbow. I don't hardly ever go in there and I need some women's stuff. Let me go in there and grab some stuff and see what they got. I've seen a lot of people with these. I decided to get some of these because they're like $2.75 a box or something. I should have got some more, but I just got 2 of everything. And I got this one. I saw somebody make a basket with this the other day. Not in the frame because I got my robe on. I got my gown and robe on, so I'm not trying to stay out the frame. But I got this one for men. Yeah, actually might go back and get some more of those because I got more men's stuff than I do women's stuff. Actually, I got about the same because I got these. This is a family thing. It's a game. And I think I should have got a couple more of these. At least a couple more of these and a couple more of those women things. So I may go back and try to get some more of that. Now, they had a bunch of them. I just decided I would get 2 of everything because I usually make everything in 2s. And if I do these, I can make 6 baskets with these because 3 in here and 3 in the other one. I can make 6 baskets. I don't know how many baskets I'm going to make because I've had trouble with my baskets here. They're nice, they're really nice baskets, but the area that I was in, people was looking for $10 baskets, $20 stuff. All of my Mother's Day baskets, I only made 20-some baskets. I think 26, something like that, for Mother's Day. And I wound up bringing home. It was a rainy season, too, so the days we went out, I wound up coming back home early. And I wound up, people weren't coming, so we would leave early. And then the second and third day, we just, let me see, yeah. We was out there for 5 days for Mother's Day. And it was really slow. We made about $900 for Mother's Day. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about what they make, but I'm just trying to give the new people a thing to think about. Because I've been making baskets since 2003, but I'm in a new state, and I didn't make baskets on the streets. I was in Wisconsin. I sold baskets in 2004 and 5, and I think up to 10 on either my husband's job or my job. People were buying them, and then after that, I kind of had just started making them for people that just wanted them. The new job I had, I wasn't supposed to sell stuff on, and so somebody might come occasionally and buy something. And they knew I did it because they had seen my pictures, but it wasn't like I could just openly sell on my job. And so occasionally I would sell that and sell something to a individual when they just pick it up out of my car and go on, and on my truck and go on. And for Easter, we sold a lot of baskets back in the day, but a lot of people back then didn't understand that kids don't need all that candy. It can lead to diabetes and it rot your teeth. So now these young people now, they be looking for toys and stuff for their kids. And I don't really like that. I sold a lot of baskets in Wisconsin in 23 and 24 for Easter. Not 23. 24. I only sold baskets in 24 on the streets. And this year here in North Carolina is 25 on the streets. And I sold a lot of Easter baskets. And they were looking for the $45, $50 baskets. And they had no problem paying. Mother's Day, they had no problem paying. They were looking for the bigger baskets. The $20 stuff, they were like, no, I think I want something bigger. What you got in the bigger baskets? And no problem paying. The big baskets always sold out first for Mother's Day and for Easter. And then Father's Day didn't do so good in Wisconsin, so I didn't sell nothing for Father's Day. This year, the other reason I didn't try to go out for Father's Day is because my husband had to go out of town again. We went to several funerals in January and February. That's why we didn't try to do Valentine's Day. I had a lot of stuff prepared to make baskets for Valentine's Day, and some reason I just couldn't get those baskets made. But if we figured out, that was because we had to go to those funerals in January and February. And so I've been watching you guys trying to get ideas of how to make cheaper baskets, and I finally learned how to penny shop a little bit before I came here, and I've been penny shopping a lot since I've been here. So, even though you get stuff cheaper, you don't want to undersell your stuff. If they go to a store, they're going to pay the full price in that store. Like I had this one guy came for Mother's Day. He kept trying to dwindle me down on my baskets. And he's wanted the $65 basket. No, it was $75. And I said, well, I'll give you that for $65 because I only had a few baskets left. And I was like, I'll give you that for no, let me see what else you got. How much is this one? So that one he was looking at was $35. I said, I'll give you that one for $30. And he was like, no, give it to me for $25. I was like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that. And he said, well, I'm going to talk to your husband. So my husband got out the truck. He was talking to my husband. My husband said, give us $65 for that big one, or you can go. And, no, he didn't say it nasty, but he was like, that's it, And he went and got back in the truck. So the guy got the $30 basket. And another guy on Easter, I had the two big baskets left. I had the big Spider-Man basket. It had the wall art, and it had the big Spider-Man chair, the plushy one, and a lot of snacks and everything, chalk, everything, the stuff we put on them. And my husband, he had told him when he came up there, we only had Spider-Man and Blue left, my two big chairs. We had sold everything else. I only made 23 baskets for Easter. Because I was like, I think I might have to rent a U-Haul if I get more. Let's just make enough to go in the truck. So the first day, all of it didn't fit in. The second day, most of it fit in. The third day, we was able to put the last few little baskets in there. But each day, we took out the two bigger baskets. Everybody was riding by, wanting to look at all the bigger baskets. How much you want for that basket right there? Hollering across the street. I had a breast cancer awareness basket, They didn't want to pay the $75 for the basket. And it had pajamas, cup, all kind of stuff in it. Blanket, pajamas, cup, blanket, some more stuff. I mean, not no thin blanket, a thick, nice, thick blanket, nice pajamas that I had got at Rose's. And house shoes. They didn't want to pay the $75. Because even my kids were like, I paid this much for it. And so I was going to price the basket as $55. They was like, no, price that basket at $75. It's worth it. It's pretty. And so finally one guy came that last day, and he looked at it, and I told him, I said, well, I only got a few baskets left. I tell you, I'll give you this basket for $65. He was like, okay, and he started counting. Then he gave me $70. And I said, thank you. He said, I'm giving you $70. I said, thank you. He said, it's really worth it. It's worth the $75. He said, it's really nice. It's worth it. He was an African, and he had no problem giving me this $70 for that basket. If I hadn't said something, he would have gave me that $75 for it. But that's all right. It's still, I wasn't going to just give it away. But, you know, you can't just give your stuff away. Like I was saying earlier about the Bluey and the Spider-Man basket on Easter. One guy came on that last day. Everybody came. They want to give you $50 or something for a huge basket. And the last guy that came before we left, my husband said, you know what? Me and my wife been waiting for a while. We ready to go home. I'll give you both of these for $200. And he said, let me think about it. So my husband came and got back in the truck, and he was just standing there, and he was looking, and I don't know if he was counting in his head what he was doing. But then he came over to me. I said, now, you can't go down no cheaper. I said, we want to get rid of them, but we're not just giving stuff away. So he came to me and was like, well, for Spider-Man, I give you $70. Spider-Man alone was $150. He had knocked out $50 off of Spider-Man. I said, no, I can't do that. Because if you go to the store, those wall plaques are $20 a piece. That's $40 right there. I got them for a reasonable price. You know we don't pay full price for nothing. But still, they don't look at the value of what the stuff is. And they just want to give you something. Chair alone was a almost $55 chair if I had paid full price for it. So I was going to let him have it for $100 because I was just tired and I didn't want to bring that big thing back home. But I wound up bringing it home, and I gave that to my grandson eventually. He had just got a chair, the same kind. But I gave him that one too, so he would have two. We live in a big house. And my granddaughter's friend came last month, and I wanted to get rid of Bluey. I had put it on Marketplace. I put Spider-Man on Marketplace. No one wanted it, so no one responded. They look at it. You could see that they looked at it, but no one wanted to pay that price. So I took them off of Marketplace, and I just gave the other one to my granddaughter's friend when she came. She lives in Georgia, and so she was happy to get that for her son. But I'm like, I'm going to give her all my giving. But you can't just give everything away on the streets. When you're on the streets, you're out there to make money. So I'm trying to figure out ways to make cheaper baskets. I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to show you guys the basket one of the baskets that I recently made. All right, guys, I'm back. This is what I made. I got this cup is from Family Dollar. They were like 40-something cents. I put a penny keychain in there and 2 headbands. This board is something that I got from Hobby Lobby back in the winter or the fall when they had a clearance sale. I think it was after Christmas. Yeah, it must have been after Christmas because I was trying to get some stuff to be ready for next Christmas at a reasonable price. This is like a wreath board, and you can hang it on your door or your wall. It's a wooden board. It can be painted. And that right there, the white one, is like a Santa Claus. It got like a Christmas scene, like gifts and stuff. And I got that at Michael's a while ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago at Michael's. I got a whole lot of these for 47 cents. And they come with the markers on the back. And this is this LOL thing. I'm trying to keep from blinding y'all. It's LOL. I got it since I've been here in North Carolina at Pop Shelf. They had a sale, and I think it was $3 and something. It was 3 something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I decided to throw that in here. And what this is some those boots. I don't know if you guys got those boots. I didn't find the women's house shoes or the men's house shoes at the Family Dollar, but I found a lot of kids' shoes. So I found 4 pair of boots at the last store. I had went to that store first, and then a couple days later, I went back to that store and I was like, let me go back over to that store and get the rest of that stuff, because nobody's buying that stuff. So I went over there, and I said, oh, they got boots, too. Let me look at these boots. 97-cent boots. And what I did is I put a black hat on this one. 97-cent hat. And I put crayons. This same store had these crayons, but I got them the first time I went there, and they were 27 cents. And I stuck that inside the boot. I stuffed the boot with some paper. And on this side, these are some of those penny socks we got a while back. I just took 1 pair off. I think it was 3-pack or 4-pack. And I took 1 pair off. And I'll sell this for $25. I put this pool bowl that I got from Temu a while back. I bought some stuff in that, and I had some credits, and I got a lot of these pool bowls as a credit. And this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby before I moved to North Carolina, and I got it for like probably 20 or 30 cents for the roll. I got a bunch of them, and I'll be trying to figure out what to do with this little black and white ribbon, and I decided to just stick it on here with this to pull out the black and the white in these, and this got the gold brings out the brown, and the pink brings out the pink in the LOL, because she got that color actually right here, I think it is. She got pink, it got a lot of pink in it, but that same shade of pink is right there, I think. And I'm going to charge $25 for this little gift. So this is the 50 Plus Diva. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching my video. Have an awesome, awesome day in the Lord. Signing out.